For example, in the healthy kids
Daily Army
last
Sanctuary.
year,
SDS
states there were 98% of high school students not using tobacco products in 90 days. This suggests that laws and education programs are working and should continue versus other proposals. Number two, lessons from other jurisdictions, including the state of California. Studies of menthol bans in California, the EU, and local state bans around the country reveal that many smokers instead continue to seek out flavored tobacco products through unregulated channels. Number three, harm reduction steps.
When did that start? I've recorded these meetings for 3 years.
Are you going to Sergeant Sumo?
So why am I not allowed to record? I record here every week.
You going to Sergeant Sumo?
Number four, disproportionate impact.
So the pig is saying we're no longer allowed to live stream these.
Hey, are they actually recording here? Sorry about that.
I guess I am allowed to record. Yeah. Yeah, we are. I come here, I've been here. Yeah.
My name is David Dixon. I grew up in Parkhill. I'm an alumni of East High School. Sadly, today we are here once again to discuss the dangers of tobacco use. The only difference is that 4 to 5 decades ago we were discussing smoking cigarettes, while today we are discussing the use of flavored tobacco and vaping that our children are filling their lungs with. Today's cigarette company makers will want us to believe they are kinder, gentler, more caring companies, when in fact they absolutely are not. What is happening is they just put makeup on a turd and add some nice scents to it. Using flavored tobacco and vaping will still kill you and still give you cancer, just like it did for our parents and grandparents. I want to ask those of you who are older, like me, to kindly close your eyes for a minute and go back in time. I want you to think about your parents, grandparents, and their friends you knew. I want to ask that you recall the images of them smoking. Smoking at parties, at home, in the car with you in it, smoking in restaurants during dinner while you were eating, going out to the smoke-filled clubs, dancing up the storms and inhaling all of that smoke. And going into the office you worked at and sitting in the queue next to someone who trained for all day. Do you remember that? I certainly do. Do you remember watching any of your loved ones die, just heaving up and down for those last hours of their lives, struggling for their last breaths? Let's ensure our children don't have any problems like many of us do, including me, having watched my grandfather oxygen during his last years, so addicted to smoking that he removed his mask to still take a puff of cigarettes every day. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? It's doing the same thing over and over again, yet expecting different results. Tobacco products kill then and they will kill now. Our job as parents and society is to protect our children, period. When each of you decides to make decisions around our children being able to have access to flavored tobacco, which is something that we already know without question and harm, ask yourself if this decision is insane. Why would you think that your acceptance of allowing access to flavored tobacco is beneficial to our children? Well, I can certainly respect many of your concerns around hurting people's businesses financially. Ask yourselves this: what kind of people create a flavored tobacco business model that depends on children to make it run? And now they want to contribute to our children's demise by supporting this nonsense? Put your big boy and big girl pants on. Worry about the children. Consider it. Thank you for your time. I urge you to get yourself off flavored tobacco products in January notice session.
Next up, we have Ashley. Next up, we have Isabella or Merlin. Go ahead. Thank you for allowing the time to speak today. My name is Isabella Merlin, and I'm a proud Denver native, currently attending Utah State University to pursue a political science and policy debates. I watched this issue of flavored tobacco in Canada, multiple American states, Colorado municipalities. Flavored tobacco products could carry margin upon lifetime of addiction and poor health. There exists a wicked fact that we can prevent people from even starting the use of tobacco before they get to 25, they become 90 times less likely to ever begin pattern smoking in their lifetime. Make no mistake, all nicotine access is true gateway to cigarettes. By allowing these products to enjoy a position of easy access, we are all complicit in watching our friends, neighbors, and children become addicted to smoking cigarettes. Because we continue to allow the industry to disproportionately target minority groups and our youth, we are accomplices in slow, steady crime. Nearly 90% of high school kids say they have tried or regularly used flavored nicotine products. Over 40% of these high school students identify as frequent or daily e-cigarette users, and 80% of them have candidly admitted that they started the use of regular nicotine after being introduced to flavored products. Pause on that. Flavored tobacco products introduce our youth to nicotine dependence. I will state my big statistic again. If we can prevent people from even starting with using tobacco before the age of 25, they become 90 times less likely to ever begin smoking in their lifetime. Here in Denver, e-cigarette products, readily available at your corner vape shop, contain as much nicotine as a full pack of cigarettes. The nicotine addiction is initiated in full spray right out of the gate. Now please take a moment to squarely in the marketing bullseye. Imagine walking through your alma mater, no matter where it is located, and seeing scattered billows of white clouds dotting the paths in front of you to walk your way to class. The use of vape products is so rare. You begin to feel like an outsider by not choosing to mimic the person's choo-choo. Unfortunately, this is not hyperbole, and it's my daily reality. And the issue is so massive that it overwhelms my optimism, seeing my peers and my fellow students, some of the futures in tobacco. I fear that when we allow these products to go unchecked, we internalize them and normalize. So we wonder, how did we get here? The Denver City Council was afforded the opportunity to be proactive rather than reactive. The nation looks to Colorado and Denver as a tool to innovate and advocate for effective governance. Please move forward and support the municipal ban on sale of all flavored products. I thank each and every one of you for your time and participating. Thank you. Except that we have Oswald.
Oswald, that's the name of the penguin.
Good evening, City Council. I'm Ozzy Guerrero, I've been in the Seattle. I trained at Rose Hospital. For 20 years. Also, the American Heart Association. Today, I urge you to end sale of all flavored tobacco products. No exceptions, as a critical to protecting. Flavored tobacco products are a key way to addiction, particularly for our children. Research shows that over 80% of youth use tobacco, begin with flavored products, cigarettes, flavored vapes. These flavors are not accidental, particularly designed to make harshness of tobacco a new generation of flavors. As a physician, I witnessed the devastating toll tobacco takes on causing preventable illness, heart disease, and respiratory conditions. Tragically, the burden is disproportionately felt by low income families. Menthol products in particular are addictive, aggressive experience, perpetuating cycles of addiction. Denver has a moral and public health obligation to act. Evidence is clear. Moving flavored tobacco from the market reduces initiation and saves lives. Cities that have enacted similar bans will prevent tobacco use, helping protect future generations from lifetime addictions. I dare. And also cigarettes just passed. It is devastating to see your father go through the issues that he has. Dixon said, well, seeing your family members ask for care and listening to their life is your way to that. So for you all, this is the opportunity to prevent this from happening. So we're going to pass a comprehensive all flavor tobacco. Let's create a healthier tobacco.
Next up, we have virtual Jasmine videos. Explain Jasmine on virtual. Next up, we have Alex videos virtually. Next up, we have Casey Warner virtually. Casey?
Yes. Hi, hello, members of the council, and thank you for your time and service. My name is Casey Warner, and I'm a resident of Akron Park, District 7. I want to share my thoughts about the proposed tobacco flavor ban as both a public health professional and a mother. I have been working in public health for over 10 years and currently work for the American Heart Association as the Community Impact Director for our Denver office. I won't repeat all the facts about how terrible tobacco products are out. We all know that smoking is the leading cause of preventable death. I can share that through my own work in the world of community health, I have heard directly from adolescents who regret that they started using these addictive products and before they got hooked did not know how misleading tobacco products are. As a mother of a 10-year-old, I know that it won't be too far in my future my child will come across tobacco products being used by their peers. While we will have proactive conversations in our health about not using tobacco products, that's not a solution to a systemic problem. Cutting off the ready supply of these harmful tobacco products in the marketplace is the solution. In addition to my 10-year-old, I also have a 4-year-old in his first year of preschool at a Denver public school. While I do see the benefits firsthand of an expanded preschool program, I do not want to see this set up as a choice between providing preschool for all and keeping our youth addicted to harmful tobacco products. I'm here tonight to ask you to end the sale of all flavored tobacco products with no exemption. If loopholes are included, the tobacco industry will exploit them to keep our kids addicted to these deadly products. I thank you for your time and consideration.
Debbie Gibbs on Zoom, please raise your hand. Speak. Debbie Gibbs. Thank you. Debbie, what's your promoted yourself?
Hello, my name is Debbie Gibbs. I would like to thank you all for your leadership on this issue. Tobacco products will put our kids on nicotine that starts a lifestyle of addiction with multiple health challenges. I quit smoking 24 years ago after this day, still smell cigarettes and crave daytime. The flavored tobacco products will put kids on nicotine and forever, you're going to be wanting it if you are not still using it. An addiction to anything is whether or not you participate. Any kids who have ever used tobacco started with flavored products. My daughter took me to a place where they were purchasing them, and I was amazed at the display and how much they're, forcing our kids basically to get involved with this. Our flavored nicotine comes in all types of products, with cigarettes and vapes and cigars. The fruit, sweets, and candy along with the mint and menthol are so popular that over 40% of our high school cigarette users are frequent or daily users. That is an addiction. Some of our e-cigarette pods or cartridges contain just as much nicotine as a pack of 20 cigarettes. Kids have no idea they're consuming that much. I'm begging you, I'm urging you please, everyone, to end the sale of all flavored tobacco products in Denver, with absolutely no exception. We need our children to be able to run and be healthy and live a long, full life and not have to go through the grid of limitations that they may not even make it past their teen years. And I think that's very sad that anyone thinks that that's okay. Thank you, and have a great day.
We started in Chambers. After Genesis, we have Triple. Good evening, members of the Denver City Council. My name is Betsy Kraft. I've lived in Denver since 2005. I'm a homeowner in District 39. And I work for a local health department in harm reduction. I'm here tonight to express my strong support for the harm reduction folks campaign and urge you to vote yes to eliminate the cap and distance requirement for switch access programs. 5 years ago, I was homeless, decapitated, and heroin, and felt completely hopeless. But in 2012, I found the Harm Reduction Action Center, Colorado's largest syringe access program, and they began me alive through numerous overdoses, talking about Narcan, safe injection practices, as well as connecting to resources like sober living and medication assisted treatment doctors who are still to this day. And Harm Reduction Action Center also helped me rebuild my life to where I'm a homeowner, a business owner, and a college graduate. And I've served on the Denver Authority of my council and helped lead efforts for the policy in Colorado. My story is one example of how harm reduction is used lives. For decades, the Harm Reduction Action Center has been a lifeline to reducing overdose deaths and providing care to the person most vulnerable. Harm Reduction Action Center is not just an organization, it's a critical resource, and our expertise is recognized across the state and nationally. They represent nearly every harm reduction organization in Colorado to serve hundreds of people each day. However, despite the critical role that the harm reduction action center plays, they are still operating in compliance with an outdated and restricted ordinance that limits where and how they can provide their essential services. This is an unnecessary barrier and prevents them from reaching people that need their help the most. The Denver City Council has the responsibility and the opportunity to eliminate this barrier and allow harm reduction programs to operate more freely and effectively in Denver. And this is especially important amidst the worst overdose crisis we've ever seen. And Denver is fortunate to have a harm reduction action center environment and health network to provide life-saving harm reduction services. And these organizations are on the front lines of the overdose crisis, reducing overdose deaths and preventing the spread of infectious diseases and offering the path to wellness for those who are suffering. But they can't do their work to the fullest extent if they're held by outdated laws. So it's time for City Council to show support for these programs and removing these restricted ordinances and barriers to care. Harm reduction is proven to work. I stand here today as living proof alive with the support programs like the Harm Reduction Action Center, and I urge you to vote yes to overhaul the services. It's definitely happening. Good evening. Thank you for your commitment to harm reduction. My name is Gabrielle Turnbull, and I'm with District 6 of Denver. I'm here to urge your support for the proposed ordinance moving outdated cap and the distance requirement for sprayers providers in Denver. This ordinance addresses significant barriers as it is currently nearly impossible to secure a building for such critical services. More troubling, the current policy perpetuates stigma against people who use drugs. Programs like the Harm Reduction Action Center have proven to be invaluable, fostering safety, dignity, and community health. Their participants are exemplary neighbors and have witnessed firsthand the profound impact of their work. The first time I volunteered at the Harm Reduction Action Center, I was defeated. Participants walked through the doors and completed the job to serve. Dignity I longed for when I experienced homelessness and battled heroin and addiction. Harm reduction actions that have provided them with a safe space, resources, and compassion that is often denied to those struggling. I come to you today with a perspective shaped by my own experience and my roots in Colorado Springs, where harm reduction services are scarce. In my darkest time, I didn't have access to safe supplies or education. The result, I nearly lost my arm to cellulitis caused by reducing alcohol. The surgery and the hospital care were not only traumatic but also expensive for our community. Costs that could have been avoided with access to harm reduction resources. Even after this ordeal, I continued to experience remains. I overdosed many times and was fortunate to save by carrying naloxone and performing CPR. Many of my friends were not so lucky. These preventable deaths underscore the critical need for harm reduction programs like harm reduction actions. Let me be clear, denying access to harm reduction services does not stop people from using drugs. It makes drug use far more dangerous and often deadly. We must focus on saving lives, reducing harm, and fostering recovery, not stigmatizing and isolating the population. This ordinance updates unnecessary regulation and advances our moral duty to care for those who most need it. I urge you to vote yes, and ensure that everyone is clear on harm reduction action. Thank you for your time and listening to this. The extended opportunity has guidance.
My name is Amy Adams, and I live in this area in Council District. And I'm a middle school teacher, also a parents mentor, and I'm here to see the mayor on tobacco. We've heard a lot of statistics already, so I'll try not to go into too much. My main concern is my students. I teach sixth grade, and last year in high school there were 47 students. It's almost 10% of our population, and that is only what's alcohol. So we know that there's probably even though some of the numbers are showing that use of tobacco is going down in high schools, in middle schools since 2021, the numbers actually rising. And these kids don't understand what it is. And of the students who are recurring use, 87% of them are using tobacco. So it's obviously an incentive to have that type of use in their lives. We already know that the tobacco industry potentially targets minority communities and minority communities, and in my school, the numbers also reflect that same thing, with students of color representing higher percentages of tobacco usage. These children do not understand the effects. They're not allowed to process what's actually happening. These things are marketed towards them. They're not playing video games on the actual machines, which is obviously part of the first and became more to them. I've heard kids talk about where they're getting their vapes. I've heard them, I've seen them passing them, I'm catching them. It's a serious issue, and it just seems to be every year. So I would really like to urge you to ban that MSA also for tobacco consumptions.
After that, we have Ashley Baker.
Good evening, council members. I want to thank the city of Denver for launching Harm Reduction Works campaign through 20 impactful billboards and harmreductionworks.org website. You're showing the foresight to address the opioid crisis with compassion and science. This campaign can help shift outdated narratives about drug use and drug users, offering our city a path forward toward evidence-based solutions. Thank you for this vital step. But this campaign is only the beginning. Tonight, I urge you to vote yes on a proposed ordinance to lift the cap and distance requirements for certain service providers. These outdated rules from 1997 are unnecessary, unworkable, and harmful to our city. The current ordinance restricts Denver to just 3 SSPs and prohibits them from operating within 1,000 feet of schools or daycare centers. However, all of Denver's current SSPs already operate within 1,000 feet of school or daycare, with no documented negative impacts on those facilities. This highlights that the distance requirement is both unnecessary and unrealistic given the density of schools and child care centers in the city. Here are 3 reasons why we must update this ordinance. Number 1 is the cap of of 3 SSPs is inadequate. With a population now of over 700,000 spread across more than 150 square miles, 3 SSPs cannot effectively serve everyone who needs them. These programs are proven to reduce bloodborne disease transmission, distribute life-saving naloxone, and prevent treatment. But they're stretched far too thin. Number 2, the distance requirement creates barriers to access. Cities like Pittsburgh and Washington, D.C. have repealed similar restrictions without any negative effects. And research consistently shows that SSPs improve public health and safety. Limiting where SSPs can operate makes it harder for people to access clean syringes, naloxone, and treatment referrals, tools that save lives. These restrictions cause harm. By limiting the number and location of SSPs, the current ordinance increases the risk of fatal overdoses and spread of diseases like HIV and hepatitis C. These outcomes are preventable, but only if we expand access to services. Updating this ordinance is also necessary to align Denver's policies with Colorado statewide laws, which no longer impose these restrictions. DPHE's own 2023 Denver Syringe Access Program needs assessment explicitly recommends a review path and distance requirement, recognizing these policies and progress. Oh, thank you. There's not, yeah, the countdown is.
Ashley, Hi there, thank you. Hello, my name is Ashley Ager. I'm the policy manager of the Center for Black Health and Equity. The center strongly encourages Denver City Council to prohibit the sale of menthol and all flavored tobacco products with no exemptions for hookah. While hookahs have been already legalized, their use has surged in the United States, particularly among our youth and young adults in the Black community. Tobacco used in hookahs often contain flavorings and sweeteners which enhance taste and aroma, making them more appealing, especially for young smokers. Unfortunately, many people mistakenly believe that hookah smoking is less harmful than other forms of tobacco use. However, the CDC has documented that smoking tobacco through a hookah poses serious health risks to both the user and those exposed to the secondhand smoke. The flavors and the smooth of the smoke allow for a deeper inhalation and a longer smoking session, typically 40 to 45 minutes, which is several times longer than smoking a cigarette. This extended exposure increases the risk of serious health problems. Regardless of the cultural origin of this product, hookah is equal to the leading cause of preventable death, tobacco. This product contributes to a range of several health conditions, including cancer, heart disease, and stroke, should be eliminated. By limiting access to flavored tobacco products like hookah, we can take an important step toward reducing tobacco use and improving public health outcomes for all Denver residents. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. We look forward to your support in advancing this important policy.
Thank you. That concludes our general public comment. We did not give to you today. Please join us next week to make your comments in writing. This session will be held on Monday, December 2nd, 7 p.m. on Wednesday, November 27th, due to the holiday on Thursday, November 28th. Always do that. The next public comment cycle is Wednesday, November 27th, due to the holiday of Thanksgiving, November 28th. We look forward to hearing from all of you. Thank you for your attention. Please stay with us to attend December's council.
Are they voting on the tobacco ban today? Thank you.
I think the Denver Grove will have a hearing on it.
Thank you.
There is one proclamation here this week. Councilmember Watson, please read proclamation 1721.
Thank you, Madam President. On behalf of Councilwoman Sarah Perry and Councilwoman Chantal Lewis, I read proclamation number 24121, recognition of World AIDS Day. Whereas the first World AIDS Day took place on December 1st, 1988, providing a platform to raise awareness of HIV and AIDS, and to honor the lives affected by the epidemic. This year marks the 36th commemoration of this important day. And whereas this year, on World AIDS Day, we will recommit to ending the HIV epidemic in Denver and around the world. We will also rededicate ourselves to fighting the discrimination that too often keeps people with HIV from getting the services they need and living the full lives they deserve. And whereas 41 years ago, visionary activists developed the Denver Principles Manifesto, which shaped the active involvement of people living with HIV in the AIDS response. This was a historic first step towards the greater improvement of people with HIV, or GIPA principle, which promotes the meaningful participation of people living with HIV in decision-making, not as passive subjects, but as protagonists fully involved in response to AIDS. Denver principles outline rights and responsibilities for people living with HIV and provide recommendations to healthcare professionals, family, and friends. This remains the model for an ethical public health response, including for those experiencing homelessness, for people who use drugs, and those living with mental health issues and disabilities, and only came into being because of the direct action of advocates and activists. And whereas the first needle exchange programs in the United States were created, often illicitly, by groups such as National AIDS Brigade and the AIDS Coalition to Unleash Power, also known as ACT-UP, as a direct action to reduce the spread of HIV and needle exchanges have become instrumental tools of harm reduction in Denver and beyond. And whereas, thanks to the dedication of scientists, activists, healthcare workers, caregivers, and so many others, we have made enormous progress preventing, detecting, and treating HIV, reducing transmission and AIDS-related deaths, and supporting millions of people so that they can enjoy long, healthy lives. Still, not everyone has equal access to that care. The more than 10,000 people in Denver metro area, and 39 people globally, now living with HIV, especially members of the LGBTQIA+ community, communities of color, women, and girls. The diagnosis is still life-altering, and whereas Denver and the state of Colorado are taking bold measures to significantly decrease estimated new transmission, first by identifying persons who remain undiagnosed and linking them to care. Second, by supporting persons diagnosed with HIV to engage in care and treatment, with access to medication to attain HIV viral suppression, recognizing that early initiation of antiviral, retroviral medication allows individuals to take medication as prescribed, and to get and keep an undetected viral load, which allows them to live long and healthy lives, and not transmit HIV. This directly supports the undetectable equals untransmittable message that individuals with a sustained undetectable viral load cannot transmit HIV. Third, by expanding access to pre-exposure or PrEP for prevention, and whereas World AIDS Day is an opportunity to remember those we have lost, to celebrate those who are surviving and thriving with HIV, honor healthcare workers, advocates, and researchers who have dedicated their lives to this disease, and to recognize those who continue to provide support and leadership in the fight to end HIV transmission and the development of AIDS in our lifetime. And whereas, at a time when our LGBTQIA+ communities, in particular our trans neighbors, are under increasing legal attacks throughout the country, it is imperative that we continue to reduce stigma, strengthen protection, and follow the lead of communities most impacted. The continued fight for the rights and dignity of people living with HIV and AIDS is central to that imperative. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Denver City Council, Section 1, that the Denver City Council commemorates 36 years of World AIDS Day on December 1st, 2024. Section 2, that the clerk and recorder of the city and county of Denver shall affix the seal of the city and county of Denver to this proclamation, and that a copy be transmitted to Denver Health, Denver HIV Resources Planning Council, 5280 Fast Track Cities Task Force, Public Health Institute, Vivint Health, Children's Hospital of Colorado, Positive Women's Network, Brother Jeff's Cultural Center, It Takes a Village, Colorado Health Network, Crazy Love Africa, Servicios de la Raza, the Denver Element, Harm Reduction Action Center, Hey Denver, and Park Hill United Methodist.
Thank you, Councilman Watson. Your motion to adopt.
I move that proclamation 241721 be adopted.
Comments by members of council. If it's okay, Councilman Watson, I'll start the council.
That is excellent.
Councilmember Perry, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam President, and thank you, Dr. Watson, I love those you in the voice. And to all the folks who are receiving this presentation for our speakers today, I'm so sorry not to be there in person. This means a lot to the sponsor. I was thinking about why it's fun to me. And I have a few things I guess I can talk about. One of them is just that I'm really proud of the Denver Principals from Denver. We have this sort of we're a really important place in civil rights history, and this is another example of why that's the case. The story of the Denver Principles is that a conference on LGBTQ health in Denver was nothing about HIV/AIDS on the agenda, and activists who were themselves living with HIV/AIDS changed that, and they built this declaration as a result of that to say, "I'm nothing about this without us," which is an catchphrase of the post-civil civil rights movement. Another thing that I was thinking about really hard today, when I got married, my spouse was a wonderful member of Nancy, and her younger siblings, Mary and Billy. At some point, they came to tell me about an aunt that my husband lost, and that was my mother-in-law, Nancy's big sister. So they were family, of course, to know that she was the oldest. She became an IV drug user, and she had a son named Joe, who was a year and a day older than my husband, Chris. They didn't know each other. He was adopted and grew up in a different family, older family. But Chris never knew him. And then a little bit later down the line, my husband remembers that he got a new baby cousin. Alice had a daughter. Unfortunately, Alice had contracted HIV, and so did her girl. They both passed from AIDS. Their names are on the AIDS quilt. And so I wasn't in my now family's lives for any of this. But I'm really close to, obviously, my mother-in-law, and also her siblings. Her sister Mary, her brother Billy. Those are people that, want to give you my kids, and kids up there, so very made for them. And we recently got to meet Cousin Joe, because he reached out, he had worked for a long time, I think, to make contact with his biological mom. They eventually found Mary online, and learned that, his biological mom was not alive anymore.
But it's just, you know, I love that side of the that I very Chris and just kind of using my own, I think a lot about the fact that there's an animal that doesn't better missing, because of this horrible virus. And honestly, for lack of, in those days, we didn't have the legal exchanges and that thing. And that's why people with registration drug abuse usually die, in such a high rate in those days. Less true now, that's. And then another thing that I think about is, I've been lucky enough to spend a lot of time in Southern Africa. And at one point, actually, the lady I was renting from was getting her talking for a lot. She was a folklorist and an ethologist at college. But I learned that she spent a lot of time in the kind of north east of the country. And when she was doing her folklorist travel, it was the end of yesterday, I read about it in that part of Africa. And the villages that she was spending a lot of her time in had a whole generation of students. So you would have like 11 kids who had lost their parents, who were all being raised by like one grandma, or just, you know, someone who moved in. So she became a lot closer to those communities, and eventually the work that she did when I met her was telling them where to work in those villages at like clothing festivals and art shows, so that people had an impact because they were raising these huge numbers of kids, like the whole community just lost like a whole generation of parents and parents. And I think that means the work that one of our organizations based on Africa does to try to build that kind of direct bridge to people who are caregivers in particular. So those are just some stories from my life. There are, I imagine everybody here probably has a story like that. And so I really want to be sponsoring this translation. I will turn it over to Councilor Lewis for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll keep it brief because Councilwoman Berry does a great job. I did want to just mention, because Councilwoman Berry did an answer the different principles. Another thing that came out of that area for me, gentlemen who took over in that areas, they demanded that they call people with AIDS, not AIDS victims. I think we hear that still on the lines of nothing about us without us. We still the same sentiments. I will say at the beginning of the epidemic in
I think the is coming
there was
from the
only $6,000
microphone.
that were raised in order to be able to do research. And so it was definitely a topic that was not paid very good attention to. And originally folks thought that the only way that you could contract such was to be a gay man. And eventually after a lot of advocacy, folks had learned differently than that. I know a lot of communities, particularly Black communities, my community, still grapple with the stigma of such. And so I'm almost always wanted to be a sponsor for a proclamation that's so meaningful, but also a proclamation that gives us the opportunity to look back in our history, to think about, to see the things that we may have done wrong in order to figure out how we move forward, Sankofa, and the way in which we do this things right. So thank you for the opportunity. I'm honored to have the sponsors and appreciate your time.
Thank you. Councilor Flex.
Thank you, Council President, and thank you to my two co-sponsors, Councilor Perry, for allowing me to join on this proclamation. I've got to share a opening prayer gay man that came out in 1993. And still, for a Black man, still light of the AIDS epidemic in our community. And I was living in Nebraska, and I remember the first fundraiser that I ever had for a nonprofit was for the Franciscan Mother House in Omaha. It was a house for men, and it was mostly Black and Latino men that weren't living with HIV or living with AIDS. They were dying. There were no medications for them to take. They were in the end of life. As a young man, I was 24 at that age. And sitting with these amazing human beings and talking to them. 4 days out of the week, I would go to the Princess and Mother House to provide support, and support was simply sit and talk with these men, listening to the amazing stories they would tell. They would tell about their professions, the lives that they lived, and the dreams that they had. We share about their families, those that they loved that didn't love them, because this was a disease that was ordered upon them because they're queer men, because they're gay men. Families, for the most part, disown most of these men. And as we think about this year, World AIDS Day, and we understand just the level of contempt and ignorance within the government to sit back and watch folks die because of fear, bigotry, homophobia, we consider the impact of our votes today. When healthcare is based not on science, when healthcare is based on and religious vitriol, our communities die. It may not be your brother or your sister today, but those decisions will harm each and every one of our families close to us. The importance of World AIDS Day is so that we do not forget. We celebrate the lives saved through science, through love and care of many of the folks in this room that will speak after we're through. But we can never forget, when there is a government in charge that holds above all ideology and hate, tens of thousands of lives, needlessly lost, things that they could have done, ways they could have promoted health, life, and love in our communities will never be found again. And for us to always push forward, fight forward against ignorance. I applaud all the folks in the audience who day in and day out has chosen this work to be their life's work. And the men, women, children that are living with HIV today, know that you have advocates of this diocese and in this community that love you and will continue to fight for you to be alive, for you to thrive. Thank you, Councilwoman Perry. Thank you, Councilwoman Lewis. Thank you, President.
Thank you, Madam President, and thanks to this politician bringing this forward. So before I was elected to city council, I published a community newspaper in South End for a lot of years. And over those 36 or 37 years, I received one hate. Okay, and it was because I published monthly calendar piece with the AIDS Memorial Quilt was going to be on display at the University of California. This was not an involved focus going into the depth of gender orientation or sexuality. It was a calendar with a couple of paragraphs giving dates and times, and I had this letter that looked like it came from a TV movie where it was obviously done on an old manual typewriter. It was manual typewriters, where half the letter was just impression on paper, half of it had ink on it, and after a few hundred words of slurs, the English dribble, it ended, beware the fox image. And I still have that. People can get so off course because my colleagues were speaking of how overwhelming the tsunami lives lost or terribly altered during the 80s and 90s. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's kind of, my memory of it is almost like a pandemic that we recently been through. I mean, really didn't know how to get AIDS. You heard it had to do with sexual contact, but past that point, well,
don't need to wash my door. Don't need to watch where I walk, shake someone's hand. And, it was breathtaking. The areas we used to come to this small part of the home, to Baker and West Wash Park communities. And the number of businesses there at that time that were, had become kind of really center in this core community. It was so devastating. And so I'm just happy we are where we are together, moving forward, so it becomes less of an issue. But yeah, thank you for those who have been working on this issue for decades. And for this response. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Madam President. I learned so much from the proclamations council. I do want to thank the sponsors for bringing this forward. I just want to make two quick comments. Councilmember Watson talked about healthcare is not based on science. It is so sad that in such a developed country, healthcare in the United States is based on money. That's sad that we went from healthcare based on bigotry to healthcare based on. The other thing that I wanted to mention that I want to thank the sponsors for sharing that it is a person with AIDS that's in multiple references to the disability community, including the phrase "nothing about us without us." That's people first language, as in we're a person first, we're a human being. We might have a disability, we might have AIDS, but we are a person first. And boy, wouldn't it be great if our healthcare system based on people instead of based on money or bigotry? It's bad.
Councilman, thank you, Mr. President. I just want to thank the sponsors for this proclamation. As a young child, I lost someone I loved. That's all I can say. I just want to say as I was saying, today's council president, I thought about my sister. My sister, who's 4 years older than I am. She selected to go to South Africa. She wanted to go to South America, but she speaks Spanish. She got to South Africa. And even the time in South Africa, she was there from 2000 to 2002. And similar to Council Perry's comments, they were whole generations right now. And with that, my mom shared, we volunteered for 5 months at an orphanage to find a family. And I remember having to call my mom and child of the comments and had to go and walk for 10 minutes to go get my mom. She was in a family with kids who had my mom was in them. So thank you to the sponsors. I hadn't thought about that memory. For 5 minutes of Africa, or my sister and family got to our lives. Coming back, and then after we came back, what did she how devastating was on how generations of kids will be there, and how and how so it changed our lives trajectory of having my sister work such a time in South Africa. And I think about that. I think about that in my early 20s. How it impacts our world. So just want to say thank you to the sponsors. Every time we have a proclamation, it gives us a time to reflect. That's my reflection. How important this topic is to members. We did feel like we didn't know where it was from. I understand it. And
And we want that area here to have a common ground. And so we need to take talk about it, we need to address it and have conversations like this. So thank you so much for this. Councilman, I think you first. Here's my let's make that 2 years. And I think there is still so much because it was something that we were scared to talk about, that we got shunned for at school, and so there's still a lot that we carry today. Thank you. It's really seeing over the truth. So thank you for saying that we say our ancestors out loud, so they don't ever die. Forever. So thank you for this. Madam Secretary, roll call.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Perry.
Aye.
Bridges.
Aye.
Gonzalez Gutierrez. Aye. Hines.
Aye.
Campbell. Rivera Campbell.
Aye.
Sullivan. Torres.
Aye.
Thompson.
Aye.
Leslie. Aye. Madam Secretary, close the vote. 13 ayes, 13 ayes, 17 passed. Councilmember London, we have time for the nomination. Would you like to call it at the time?
Thank you, Council President. I'll ask Amani to take the village, Aaron Burke, Weaver, Colorado Health Network, and you both go mind coming forward. Please introduce yourself, and if there are others from your organization or other leaders that are here that you'd like to say a few words about finance. I'll turn it over to you, Amani.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to the sponsors. Then I do have Taste of Village staff here. You guys just want to stand because they're the ones on the front lines. We actually. I don't want to do that anymore because people are going to old age. I want to say one of the things is to remember who we lost. I started this in 1986 at a higher but it's also to celebrate people who thrive and people who have been faced with life and death situations and choose activism and choose not to go down and slow, but choose to rise to the occasion. Because of that activism, people are growing old with HIV, because of the medications we have, the services we offer, the research that's been done by Fauci. Because of that, Colorado is one of the best, has one of the best HIV care systems in the country. We have some of the best medical providers, some of the most committed service organizations. Your own department, Denver Department of Public Health and Environment, passes through wildlife funding that's essential to providing services for people who with HIV and who with job. So I just want to ask each and every one of you, everybody out here as well, with the uncertainty that's getting ready to come in this country, to become not just allies, but accomplices in helping us to be able to maintain services for people living with HIV. That includes medication, that includes substance abuse treatment, that includes mental health services, case management, and prevention services. We provide service, we provide testing. The only walk-in HIV testing site that's open every day, all day, in Aurora. And the majority that tested positive last year were under the age of 30. So I just want to ask you, write your senators, write your representatives, it's coming. And please maintain the service that we have. And thank you so much. We need you.
I'm the director of community engagement. Cole is the director of human resources. I will keep this brief. But our organization serves more than 5,100 clients HIV across Colorado. The individuals we serve may encounter barriers to treatment and care, such as limited access to HIV medications or insurance. We also face a number of challenges, including housing, food insecurity, and other unmet basic needs. Our staff, along with our partners and organizations, clients to assess their needs, allowing them to concentrate on achieving lives that many of us take for granted. Again, I just wanted to thank, on behalf of Colorado Health Network, the City Council, and the sponsors on the AIDS Day proclamation for support and improving lives.
I want to invite everybody to our World AIDS Day, which is on December 1st, Sunday at our Methodist Church. We're going to be taking a memorial walk around the church and then have a beautiful service program for you. So at 6 o'clock, our Methodist Church, that's on the block.
All right.
And community councilor Watson outside and colleagues. Before convening as board of directors, the various general district council will hear a staff presentation covering the general.
All right, I really need some water. I am super dehydrated. Yeah, so we're gonna go get some water.
So we're just getting the staff presentation and I'll wait the
Alrighty. Excuse me, ma'am.
Take care. A long day, man.
Yeah. Went to a show last night at Cervantes. Stayed up late. Then went out this morning to an appointment. But I haven't drunk enough water. I need to drink more water.
I know how you.
Have a beautiful day. All right, I'm trying to zip up my coat. Hold on. All right, y'all. We're gonna go home. It's Monday night. I still got to finish my Amazon handmade stuff and get all that done. You know, trying to sell some artwork. And then I got to dinner's already cooked. We've got some pork chops with apple butter sauce and some pickled green beans. Delicious. I got to drink some water. So yeah, we got to get our Amazon Handmade page, Amazon Handmade artwork up there, so we can send off those letters, and then we're going to go. Yeah, after that, probably sleep. Yeah, so go home, drink some water, eat some dinner, finish our work stuff, and then pass out. All right, peace. Love you.